Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of SnowFool here in City Skylines. Well, today, boys, we are continuing the expansions. Last episode, we built our first airport within the city. It's really opened up SnowFool right now to become an international destination and get tourists from all over the world to come here and build a snowman. Oh, it's beautiful, guys. The city is looking so damn good. We're making some amazing progress. Now, we're going to try and kind of continue the momentum in pushing forward with building more of the industry up. Next episode, I want to try and get a new industry all created. I don't know whether that's going to be oil, farming, the forestry, fishing. I'm not 100% sure. If I check the kind of the big overview, is that as good as you're going to get it? Wait, hold on. Can I turn this way and do it? Hold on. Right, let me go all the way down here and do it. I'm trying to get a better view of this. You can't really see it all. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But we have our kind of mining industry just here. I believe we have some oil dotted over there and some over here, unless that is also ore as well. There's a little bit of fertile land where the riverbed used to be. But let me kind of check the ore facilities out right now. So, hold on. Am I missing one? Am I missing woodland? Oh, no, you know. Guys, ignore me. I'm having a moment. You place woodland down by doing trees, Seniac. You fool. I don't want to be on that. I want to be on this. So natural resource, you can see we've got huge oil dotted around all the way around here as well. We have this little kind of valley area over here, which looks pretty cool. That we can build maybe an oil industry on, stuff like that. I've got fishing I could potentially do. We have lots of fish. We've got some anchovies. We've got shellfish available right now. There's a little bit of salmon here, there, and everywhere. Just kind of squeezed all in. And a few little gaps, but not really too much going on. No tuna to be seen whatsoever. We don't really have any fast-flowing deep water. There's some salmon over there as well. But, yeah, guys. Let me know in the comment section right now. What did we go? Oil? Woodland? Farming or fishing? Have your vote in the comment section and I'll pick the most popular option, and that's what we'll build in next episode. But today I want to try and actually increase some of the industries. We got a little bit of an industrial demand and I want to try and work with this peninsula a little bit more. We've kind of threw it all down and just kind of left it to do what it's got to do, but I do want to kind of build it up a little bit more and kind of get it into a better position and to make more cash money moolah. We have public transport coming down here as well. We have all these storage facilities and exports. We just need to build it up a bit more. So we currently have, which is pretty much all dirty industry. We're going to kind of continue with the dirty industry for the most part just here. And I want to try and implement some office zoning on these straight bits there. That'll be a good way to kind of keep the traffic down to a minimal. There we go, there we go. And I reckon if I delete all this power grid right now just real quickly, and I reckon we kind of end it with the where's my rural road? There we go. With the actually we do have a 4-lane road. I'll end the road directly here. Oh, I've got the wrong type of road. Now, this is the one that's got the trees on. This is the one that's got the trees on with the kind of the park in the middle. There we go, there we go. Yeah, we're going to end it with the offices as well. Again, it all comes down to traffic because we start getting vast amounts of traffic going around here. I want to kind of ease the burden slightly for all the vehicles heading around. Right, we're going to continue some of the path in some of the areas. There we go. Same there and there. So I want to try and make it very, very walkable, because the way we've got the what happened there? The way we've got the metro line here all set up is all pretty much placed down to having the ability to walk everywhere. Wow, at the last minute, it always moves at the last minute. There we go. And I wonder if I can do the same thing through here. But I don't think they're going to allow it. So I'll do that. And I'll do that just there. I'll throw a slight little bend on this one. And then we're going to have to add in some nodes to create some crissy-crossies. So bend you. We'll keep it all like that. So, node-wise then, we add one in, and it automatically adds in a crossing. Now, because it's a rural road, you don't technically see the crossing. I'm not building a crossing there, because they're going to use the overpass. Crossing there, crossing there. Alright, and that there, we need to... It's already got a node, but we need to change it to a crossing. Now, crossings are already implemented within this anyway. So I don't need to worry too much. Don't need to do one at the bottom because you're not going to have that many people walking around down there. So let it kind of now build itself up, but I feel like we need a little bit more thrown in here. That's connected via power, so we're all good. No need to stress just yet. And what about unique factories? I don't know if I've actually placed any down, have I? Now, I only have the mining industry. So I don't think there's anything that just requires the mining. Oh, the industrial steel plant. Of course there is. Now, this is a huge building. I don't think I should place it here. I think it should be placed around this vicinity. But like I said, it's a huge building. Do I have the facilities for this? But at the same time, how good would it be to be placed down here somewhere? It would be pretty good. I do have like a little bit of an awkward dead spot here. So I'm thinking if I place it there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this whole little section there. I'm going to place this directly here. Okay. Absolutely huge right now. Absolutely huge building. But it's running alongside our little train network. And with the rural road, we shall extend this out slightly. Bring this up. Just so it all kind of matches the area. Now, all it requires is metals. It's a little bit out of the distance right now for what's required. But there's import-export areas nearby. They'll just bring it down here. There's not really much of an issue. But it would be a good idea to store it locally. Now, I could go for another train stop here. Which, throw in one in like that. Almost borderline works. If I did it like this, it's literally right against the train line. I don't know if that's a little bit too close or not. I don't know if that's a little bit too close. But then again, what if I moved it right against here? Is it too close? I don't know. But I can store metals in it. Now, where does that connection take? The node's right there. So throwing that in, would it cause too much hassle? I don't think it'll cause too much hassle at all. I think it will be okay. I don't know if it's too close for comfort though. We need to store metals in it. So metals are being stored in it, which is glorious. I'm loving these new warehouses now, the ability to kind of have trains go directly inside. But it also produces a steel product, which is a unique factory product. So then you would have to question yourself, well, okay, now we need to store the goods. But it's a case of, what do we utilize to store the goods? I can have this directly opposite it. So it's all very warehouse based around here, and this will be a unique factory product. So we have the storage nearby. They're already feeding it with vehicles right now. But I can store the goods nearby. And little do you realise how integrated this whole system is. It's glorious. So we should see trains eventually making its way over here. Now, that is technically the only factory we can really utilise at the moment for the industry. I don't think there's a glass bottle factory, is there? You know, because the only other thing we've got is glass. I don't think there is. I mean, we need other products at this point. That's why we got to start building other industries. Because this could really make some serious cash. So if I up the production rate to 150, it means we'll start utilising more metals from our ore industry. And we should start producing higher value goods. Right. We'll see how this area gets on then. Because it's still got quite a lot to build up. I just hope it doesn't become too too congested with traffic. Because how it's naturally, you know, an industrial area. Which by default, you know, traffic. You know what I mean? Right, doing some trees. Gotta get the trees in, boys. Alright, we're just going a little bit bulky there. Before we kind of like slightly thin it out. Alright, go a little bit more. This the other problem is, right, industry area. You lose your trees. You lose your trees because, you know, they kill them off with the pollution. But that's not bad. That's not bad. So, I think we need to do some housekeeping as well. What's our power like these days? Power's good. Water. Our water availability is reaching a lower level. So, we can place in 2 more water pumps right now. So, 1 there. And then 1 there. So that should dramatically increase our water availability. That should last us for a little bit longer. See, we got plenty of room to keep adding more on. Plenty of room to keep adding more on right now, which is really, really good. Let's have a little fast forward. So this industry keeps growing. Oh, we've had a train come in, by the way. 16% full. So this should always have goods available nearby. 1% of unique factory products. Impressive. That is connected, right? Is it connected? I'm assuming it has because we've seen a train come in. But you can never be too sure. Right, if not now, that should be good. Yeah, that passes through, okay. That took a slight dip because we've had to change all the approach. But there we go. Another train is now dropping off the metals. Perfect, boys. Perfect, 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 perfect. I'm happy with this. Very happy at this point. Until something goes wrong and I'll be, you know, extremely frustrated. Extremely frustrated, boys. So, we implemented the metro line in last episode. And I did say we're going to give it like an episode or 2 before we kind of adjust it. I'm not going to adjust it just yet. I just want to see what's going on. And all of a sudden, it used to be the trams that were ahead. And it still is the trams that are ahead, right? Are these trams? Is this the tram? Yeah, this is... Okay, trams are still ahead, but the metro is slowly creeping up. It is slowly creeping up right now. But if anything, more people are using public transport. So that's really good to see. I'm very, very impressed. My worst fears, this area. I did think this area was going to fail at some point, but I'm going to turn the traffic lights off first. Because it could be an issue. Well, I'd say it could be an issue with traffic lights. It could be a problem with the traffic lights. I mean, I could still be able to keep this, but I just kind of like, you know, integrate the junction a bit better. Oh, we also need to sort this out. This is something else that I'm yet to do. The V's onto it to make it a better approach for the roundabout. So, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we need to do it a 5 away from each one. So that's a 16, so I've got to do an 11. 11. Right, this is all going to be annoying now, isn't it? Right, 19. We've got to do a 14. 15. We do a 10. Right, I've kind of killed off my zoning. But get that all back in. So we use the highway and we use the 2-lane highway roads and we just create a bit of a slip as I slowly choke. Now, if I remember correctly, as soon as I do this, the roundabout's going to go out of shape, isn't it? So, I've done it before in the past, and it's always happened. So, I wonder if I can do this. And get away with it. Which I know it looks funky right now. But then you delete your center bits. Right. And then we just have to slightly adjust some bits because the angle's not particularly the best. Although I could probably deal with the angles right now. Yeah. We need to make sure that each of these allow you to flow through. Oh, no. Wait, was that already set up? Wait, it was already set up to flow through. You noob. We set the roundabout up. Do I set the roundabout up? Has it got giveaway signs? Yes, it does. It does. And last thing as well is this, because they do like to not listen to me. Oh, hang on, that's why it's not working. I got to flip it round. So that goes that way. That goes that way. That goes that way. Right, that's why I questioned whether the roundabout was set up correctly. There we go. Bam. 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 Because sometimes they do like a little bit of a U-turn and it's slightly awkward. Right, so now we got a roundabout set up correctly. Just give it a moment or two for them to now readjust their routes. That should be a little bit more free-flowing. It's like a beautiful star, doesn't it? And I could bulk this road up to do like a 4-lane road, so they got multiple turning lanes to kind of make them get in there a little bit easier. But I ain't going to stress too much just yet. Because just turning traffic lights off could also be a big help. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right, wait, hold on. Are we flooding here? How are we flooding here? What's happened? For flooding to appear? I don't actually know. At the same time, there seems to be quite busy here right now. Have we just had an influx of imports and no one's told us about it? If that was an influx of imports and the traffic was like that, that's 10 times better than what it once was. 10 times better. Right, it all flows. I don't want to get like sucked into it where like you see like 10 vehicles in a row and you're like, oh, we got problems. We don't have problems. The vehicles are flowing quite nice. My issue is in City Skylines, if I see 2 vehicles stuck or 2 vehicles stopped, I instantly think, oh no, traffic's bad. It's like I'm trying to build a game where no one has to use their brakes. I'm trying to build a city where no one needs to slow down, and that's impossible. That truly is impossible. Right, okay, this is looking good though. You gotta admit, it does look pretty good. We've got to fill the gap in the middle. I'll probably do more industry stuff like related unique factories and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, good. Let's not rock the boat too much. Let's not rock the boat too much, Sadiak. You damn fool. You damn fool. So we're still got to figure out what I want to do with this. And I still got to figure out how I want to build this area. So what I'm thinking with this is, before I build over here, we need to take care of a lot of the basic services and needs of the city. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably build a cargo harbour here. So if they wanted to, they could ship goods from one side to the other. Build a train yard, connect to this train line as well, both of them, the cargo harbour and the train yard. That handles straight away some locally stored goods before I can build this area up, which I feel like will be the best way to go about doing it. There's a plane now about to take off. Goodbye, plane. Goodbye. Beautiful. Beautiful. And traffic's okay. Right, sweet. So, going back to our city needs then. Garbage. We have lots of garbage processing capabilities right now. So we're not too stressed about that. And even if I was stressed, I would build a second area somewhere else rather than keep loading it up to there. Schooling then. We need some more elementary schools. It never says that we... Well, it basically says that we always need universities. But when I click on here, we've got the capacity for the universities. So stop lying to me right now. But we could do with some more elementary schools. So where would go best for it? One there, one there, one there. We need one around here, don't we? We kind of do. So I'll build one just here. So following the line of buildings there, keeping it on this side. And do I go with one more just to be on the safe side? We'll squeeze in one just here. So 2 more elementary schools now thrown in. Could have went for the high capacity ones as well. Do you know what? We will go for that. I'm going to delete both of them. For the higher capacity ones. There we go. Same amount of buildings. Almost triple the capacity. I love it when that, like a little plan like that comes together, boys. I love it when a little plan like that comes together. So, with this area then, a lot of people have had some kind of suggestions. Somebody said to city wall it off, like the key wall it. I want to see how that would look and how far back we would actually go. So, the city key, space for pedestrians to walk. I actually don't know if pedestrians can actually walk on this. But if I came a 10 off it, and let me just go across. Because it means I have to carve back a lot of the edged area. But this could be quite cool. So base it off that. There's a point here. If we can bend it. And then there is a... Oh, this is going to be difficult. Right, I've got an idea. Parallel. There. Right. I'll take it just to there for now. No, actually, we'll take it right down to here. So I can make sure that I've got the correct alignment. So it's an 80. That's a funky one here. I might have to kind of zhuzh that up myself unless it all kind of comes together. I think that might awkwardly work. I'll delete to there and then I'll kind of just connect those boys in with a little bit of a bend. Alright, that goes all the way down. Okay. So if I was to select all of this, well, does it really matter? It should be stuck to... Yeah, we got double here though, don't we? Yep. Well, that one's slightly a little bit further ahead. Right, let's try this then. Let's try this. So, it's going to revolve some terraforming right now. And if I just cut this in. Is that lower than the water? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, sweet. And then we'll smooth enough. And then we'll smooth it on top. I'm going to have to come back and sort this more out on top. Right, let's just see how that looks to begin with. And I don't really quite understand what it means where you can walk on it. Like, if I do a path up to it, because the image of it on that key wall has a path going towards it. So that'll be quite interesting. I wonder how that's going to work, but I feel like this could be a really cool way to kind of trim the edge of the city. I'm not sure if the shoreline's deep enough, because you can kind of still see it. I'm not sure if it's deep enough, but again, that's easy stuff that we can pretty much fix. So pathway, let me see what would happen. So if I did, oh, what was that all about then? So you can directly connect to it. Okay. Oh, this is going to be glorious. So it might seem quite excessive. With all his little pathways and stuff. He wants to go right in the air. Yeah, it might seem a little bit excessive with his pathways. But once I build this area up a bit more, get some buildings in, get some trees down. Oh, snap, people do walk on it. That's cool. That's really cool. Right, okay, so we'll go. I don't think I'll do high density, but I'll match the zoning. Yeah, doing shopping down here is also probably a really cool idea. Let me match the zoning going around here right now. So we'll do that like that. Now, some areas might need an additional crossing, right? We'll need a crossing just here, so let me throw that node in. Or adjust the node to be a crossing. So multiple access points. This is going to be a cool way to kind of end this night all off. Right, we're going to reduce the brush size. I'm going to run down with some trees. So if this looks really good once it's all done, I'll apply this to around the rest of it. I don't know if I do the whole of this area, but it's a pretty cool way to trim off the edge of the city. It gives me New York City vibes. Oh, it's so cool seeing people being able to walk on it. You can, you know, I mean, I knew you. I kind of understood that they could walk on it, but I never really. This is the first time I put it into practice and I've actually utilized it properly. But it just adds a whole different dimension to your city. Makes me want to upgrade all of this now. Going around. Now that I realise I can utilise it fairly well. Imagine doing it around the edge of the airport. Those plane spotters would love it. They really would love it. I think this is fairly good. So this is the problems I have. I have to decide how I do it going down here. And all that kind of stuff. You know, it's all things we have to kind of eventually decide upon. Do I bring it all the way around here? Because it's going to make it all nice and uniform. And some areas I might want to keep all the bends and stuff in. So, I mean, it doesn't have to stop me bringing it into here and just ending it and letting the land naturally fill itself up. And only really doing it with the urbanized areas. It's probably the best approach. So what I want to know is then, does it give, like, what's the reason for them to walk on it? Because it's got to be out of the way for some of them, right? It's got to be out of the way for some of them. So does it kind of like, does it increase land value? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if it does or not. Maybe I should extend a little bit further down. What about leisure or tourism? I mean, you don't really see anything change for tourism. Where's my leisure button? Is it you? No, you? I'd like to know what gives them the idea to actually utilize it. Why don't I try, if I extend it on this bit here without any zoning. So that's where the last bend takes place. And then land value. I'm just wondering if it increases the land value compared to it, but no, it doesn't. I don't quite get what makes them wanting to use it. Like, how... The only reason they'll walk this path is because it becomes a shortcut. If you want to get from there to, say, here... Oh, maybe they will all walk into the train station. It's easier to walk all the way down here and up than cutting through, up, bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? Ah, maybe it could be the shortcut for the for the train station. Who would have thought if that is the case? Who would have thought if that was the case? Okay, glorious. Right, how is this area looking right now? This... It's still giving me slight anxiety. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I still get slight anxiety from this. Now, we have no option to allow them to get from here to here without going around the roundabout. It is what it is. If I was to flip this around, I can then maybe bridge it up and over and in. It's only going to get worse and worse, isn't it? I mean, it's not bad now. It's just... You know, it's not good at the same time. Right, okay, so it is... we're going to rural road, double lane. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yes. So it goes round. And then at this point, we two-lane it. So I'm going to bring this out by a 20. Oh, the bend's just there, actually. Bring that out by a 10. So even that might be a bit too close. I might just kind of bring it off this one. So if I bridge this... I mean, I could actually do it as a tunnel. And the tunnel will be then an 8x8 bend. Alright. And then we delete you. And then we bring this up to the ground. So I'll do a 12 by the 10. Where this goes... Well, actually, let me bend this first. Make it all stick to the ground. So I do that. So just like that, I flipped it round. Which will make them utilize this more than anything. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. Frees up this a little bit more with the chaos that is now going on. But we'll see. It could be a bad idea. But there's a lot more industry here, so you're going to see a lot more going on than in general. But maybe for some of them, like people over here right now, it just makes sense now to utilize the trains. We shall see, boys. We shall see. But it doesn't feel as bad now, does it? No, it doesn't feel as bad. What's going on here anyway? Sometimes the vehicles like to stop. There's a double junction. Right, we're going to have to fix this right real quick. Alright, delete all that. There is like a double junction there stopping them. Oh, that should solve the double junction issue. We kind of have it on each one, but that one was too close together. So this is the only one now that doesn't have a double junction. So sort that out. Go for it. That should help him a little bit better. So yeah, the roundabout's now working perfectly. These people cutting through no longer have to stop. Which is the problem we was just having. Oh, I love seeing a roundabout actually work. There's something about it that's so satisfying. It really is. Right, that is, you know, I won't say solved all my issues, but that has just made life a whole lot easier for me right now. A whole lot easier. Really liking the look of this on the edge, so we'll probably continue that and do it elsewhere, wherever it's kind of possible to do so. It's a really good way to kind of end the edge of the city. I'm really impressed with that. Really impressed with that, actually. Right, things are going very, very, very well. Do you reckon we need to stick a roundabout here? I don't think we can because it's elevated. I mean, we could, but it would be quite the big project. Roads are looking oh so busy. Plane has just landed. Lots of passengers coming in and out. SnowFool is looking pretty good, boys. I ain't even gonna lie right now. We're getting there. So, we've took some care of some housekeeping. We've done some improvements here and there. We've, you know, really solved some of our beautiful, beautiful issues. Next episode, then, let the expansions continue as we're going to be building a brand new industry. And then we'll start thinking about expanding to other areas on the map. But until next time, boys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.